Matt, we'll start off with an injury update. How is everybody progressing at the moment?
So nothing new from the other day in terms of people coming back, which we knew anyway. There's another little bit of time before they do. So that's what. Assessing Mo, obviously he came off the pitch and just trying to see how he is, how he feels, and all of that. So we'll have to really watch that one carefully. Apart from that, nothing new that happened the other night that could potentially keep them out of the game. Dave comes back into the fold, obviously after his suspension, so we welcome him back into it. But nothing new apart from that. The guys that are injured, Rem's been out on the grass today, which was great. And I think he'll train with us on Monday. There's another couple of lads that will train with us on Monday, and if it's not this Monday, it'll be the Monday after that a few of the other ones come back into it. So slowly but surely, the group's starting to get a bit back together, a bit more of the cavalry back together, and we look forward to that being a selection dilemma for myself. But going into Saturday's game, I think that's about the current setup.
I think you joked after it with the external press on Tuesday night that there was a fantastic 8-a-side team in the dugout area before the game, and it's exactly that, isn't it? There's plenty of lads in there who are desperate to get back into it, but it's about being patient. It'll be there's 9 games left. It's about being patient and not rushing them back before they're ready, isn't it?
Yeah, on them definitely, but it's most important in terms of we want to get them back, but the guys that are out there are doing brilliantly. So yes, 100%. We look forward to having selection problems. Can't wait for that. That'd be brilliant. On the flip of that, the guys that are playing, they're doing a hell of a job, and they keep going out there together. They keep going out there and wanting to prove how good they are and how good they are as a team, and they're fighting, they're scrapping, they're giving absolutely everything they can. So yeah, 100%. We've got people that will be coming back. It's the nature of it. Every team will have the same. We will have the same. But we've also got guys out there that are playing currently who are giving absolutely everything for the team, for everybody. And that togetherness is crucial. The guys that are injured, the guys that are playing support, the guys that are playing, the guys that are injured support, and that's important.
And then I think we look at Tuesday night, we saw Rollin come back into the fold, him showing, again, we mentioned it on Tuesday, the value of having, a squad that's together, that everybody's ready to come back in and do a job.
Yeah, Rollin was, I thought, I said it on Tuesday, in the circumstances, I thought he did great, I really did. Again, showing, it's been such a long time out for Rollin, it's such a long time, and then he has a brilliant low move at Aldershot, and it's going really well from him. And obviously we then, I said in the press after the game, I didn't want to upset that from him, but we had to, and then he went and proved what a good player he is. So I was really, really pleased with Rollin. He stepped up to the mark, he really did, and I'm sure we'll do that for us again.
We've had the game against Swindon called off next weekend. Does that almost come as a little bit, perhaps, as a blessing in disguise? I know it congests the fixture list, perhaps even more so at the back end of the season, but it then allows some of those injured players to perhaps play in a game that they wouldn't have been ready for.
Definitely does that, without question. And then we go into the Easter period, knowing that there'll be 8 big games left from then to the end of the season. And yeah, it does. It makes April action-packed. Exciting as well, let's see it like that, and it is quite a few home games in that mix, so we're really looking forward to that final push, if you like. But I think it's what's important is focusing on what a big game Saturday's game is. It's a hell of a game, and a team that are fighting for their lives. And I said it the other day, from now to the end of the season, every game means a hell of a lot to everybody. So it's a new challenge and a new experience for some of the younger guys, and it's one we're desperate to really go at and take on.
We go into this weekend's game against Colchester. Obviously, Barrow were fighting with ourselves at one end of the table. We've seen it with the likes of Forest Green last weekend. Colchester in a similar sort of position to them. They've got some very good players in their squad, though, haven't they? And so they're fighting for their lives at the moment.
Very good players and a very good manager or management team. Undoubtedly got some very, very, very good players at the football club, and they'll be fighting for each other, fighting for the manager, fighting for each other. In the same way everyone's fighting at this stage of the season, you don't get many non-games like that, especially with 9 or 10 games to go. So we know it's going to be a tough game, really, really tough game, and one we have to be rested up for, we have to be refocused for, and we have to be ready for.
One player who knows that club quite well is Brandon Comley. He's been showing his importance over the last 2-3 months or so. How pleased have you been with his, I want to say, development, because he really has developed in that role massively this season, and he's looks comfortable there.
Yeah, I was delighted to see Brandon be man of match the other night. I think I've spoke to you guys a few times and spoke about the stuff that he does when no one's watching, that sometimes doesn't get the plaudits for that maybe other positions do. Again, I've also said what a fantastic person he is. I love working with Brandon. He's a leader, as you saw, with being the captain, but he's a leader of how he goes about his performances. The guys look up to him in the same way they do with Donovan and Jamil and some of the other guys, and he's a pleasure to work with. So I didn't know it was one of his former clubs, to be honest with you, but yeah, of course I'm sure we all want to go there and do well, put in another good performance, and but everything that we do on Saturday, Brandon, the whole team will be all based on the hard work that we put in, and the togetherness that we'll show and all that sort of stuff, and Brandon will be at the centre of that.